Hallo en welkom na Blitsfokus. My naam is en vandag het ek omtrent vir julle genoeg om oor te gesels en om oor te praat en om oor na te dink. Okay, so vandag op Blitsfokus kuier ons weer eens by die Napso Nictus Kuns Kultuurfees. Ons gaan herleef al die oomblikke wat laasweek plaasgevind het by Tsumeb Gimnasium. So as julle saam met my die oomblikke wil herleef, dan moet julle ingeskakel bly. Ons gaan praat ook met Caillin Basson. Sy is van die Namibiese Film Kommisie en sy gaan 'n bietjie vir ons vertel van die filmweek wat hierdie week gaan plaasvind en wat hierdie week begin. So julle moet nêrens gaan nie, bly ingeskakel. Kom ons kuier lekker saam hier op Blitsfokus.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with the entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
Nou, tegnologie het gekom om ons wêreld en ons lewe makliker te maak en vandag gaan ons 'n bietjie daarna kyk na een van die uitvindings van van 'n baie jong man. Maar ons gesels hier vandag met Irene Marie. Baie welkom Irene.
Ek voel verwelkom Jeannie.
Ek is bly jy voel verwelkom. Dit gaan goed, hoe gaan dit met jou?
Gaan fantasties. I'm loving the eyeshadow wat pas by die serpie wat
En by die skoene pas. Jy weet,
it's
ons
giving
probeer
fashion
iets.
icon. It's giving layering, color blocking, whatever fashionable people say.
Baie dankie en ek love jou hare. Jy moet dit meer losdra en vir ons net jou lokke wys.
Ja, dis nogal 'n hair care routine. Ek moet sê daar's twee verskillende haarolies, scalp serums, hair mists, the whole jazz.
Okay, nou soos ek gesê het, praat ons vandag, of soos ek genoem het, ons gesels 'n bietjie vandag oor tegnologie en 'n uitvinding van 'n jong Namibier. Sy naam is Simon Petrus en hy het in 2016, ek weet nie of jy dit al gesien het, hy het die simlose foon ontdek of gemaak. So hy het dit al in 2016 by 'n science fair gedoen, by 'n wetenskapuitstalling. En toe is dit wat die New Era oor hom skryf en toe is dit wat Sam Nyoma vir hom raak sien en hy sê dan okay, ons gaan hierdie oue scholarship gee, 'n beurs gee om onder die Sam Nyoma stigting te studeer en hy het gegradeer. So dis hoekom ons hom hierdie week oor hom gesels, want hy het uiteindelik gegradeer in elektroniese ingenieurskap, so maar is VTC, so hy het dit dan by VTC gekry en alles so. Baie cool, hy het die simlose foon ontdek en hy sê hy gaan probeer om nog ander uitvindings of hy het ander goeders wat hy wil doen, ander uitvindings wat hy nog wil ontwerp en eintlik maak. So ja, die ou is eintlik besig, maar hy is op die oomblik is hy werkloos, so hy probeer maar nou net om vir homself op te bou en ja, dit is waaroor my zone gaan. Ons gaan jou storie vertel en ons vertel sy storie en wat hy mee besig is.
Ek moet sê as 'n hofverslaggewer soms. As 'n hofverslaggewer dink ek nou net aan al die sake waar 'n simlose foon dalk beskuldigdes kon gehelp het. Ja, maar dis baie cool en dit sal vir my baie hartseer wees om nou te hoor hy's werkloos. Ek verstaan wanneer jy klaar is met universiteit, is jy nie werk gewaarborg nie. So dis half daai ding van if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Jy kan nie die reën in jou hande vang nie. Jy moet maar 'n net hê en 'n gratis daai net en die werk is hierheen. So if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Jy moet reg wees vir wanneer daai geleentheid kom. Maar dit sou vir my soos die grootste hartseer wees as hy nou nie werk kry wat sy intellek ondersteun nie. Dit sal vir my baie groot hartseer wees, ek moet sê.
Ja, definitief. Maar dis hoekom die media daar is om stories soos syne bekend te maak en dis hoekom mense of die Sam Nyoma stigting ook daar is om vir hom verder aan te moedig en vir hom net te bemagtig in dit wat hy wil doen. Hy is eintlik van die, kom ek kry net hierdie naam reg, want dis nogals 'n mondvol, Oshitisha Hayona, 'n nedersetting van die Ohangwena streek. So ek het nooit van daai nedersetting gehoor nie. Nou hoor ons dit en dit wys jy net, hy het ook vertel in sy storie in dat hy elke keer na dorp toe moes ry om die sagte ware en die harde ware te kry vir sy simlosefoon. En as jy die bus mis of as jy die geleentheid misloop, dan kan jy nie dit doen wat jy wil doen nie. So hy het dit al in graad 11 in begin met sy simlosefoon en in graad 12 en toe is dit wat dit dan nou toe kom dit nou uit en hy stel dit voor en hy stel dit uit.
Sommige van ons het maar net hoenderlewertjies en verskillende soorte drankies gesit en gekyk wat gebeur. Ek dink dit is hoekom ek vandag nie 'n beurs deur die Sanjongsstigting gekry het nie. En miskien was ek nie die kandidaat nie, maar ek moet sê dit is vir my absoluut fenomenaal om te sien die talent. Ek het net oor die naweek daaraan gedink, die talent wat Namibië oplewer.
Ja.
En mense wat letterlik van stigtings en gehuggies en klein plekkies slip en dordebus en daai ene, which I'm not even going to attempt. Het is verskriklik groot in so klein land met so klein bevolking, waar ons so ver is van tegnologie, die nuutste tegnologie, dat ons nog steeds hierdie verskriklike groot talentpool kan oplewer, is vir my absoluut asemrowend en ek is so trots daarop, ek moet sê.
Jy het 'n goeie punt, Piet, om te sê dat ons so 'n klein bevolking het en die talent wat ons oplewer uit hierdie klein bevolking is iets groots. Ons het dis nou nie
mense by die 100 meter in die Olimpiese spele gehad. Die enigste ander nasie, as ek dit nie mis het, wat dit reg gekry het, was die VSA met hulle
groot bevolking
bevolking.
En die geld wat agter hulle atlete ook
Maar
is.
kyk vir ons.
Kyk vir ons, klein Namibië.
Name flavor strong.
Name flavor, bruh. En ons gesels ook op bladsy 2 oor die Napso Nictus Kuns en Kultuurfees. Hulle het die cricketspan en die kultuurspan aangekondig en die twee groepe sal dan nou, of die cricketspan gaan eintlik Zimbabwe toe die 25ste November en die kultuurspan het verskeie datums en hulle gaan in die noorde in Windhoeke en in die kus en dan gaan die kultuurspan ook toer. So dis nogals lekker dat Napso so iets doen en dat hulle toelaat dat die leerlinge hulle self kan uitleef in kuns en kultuur en net wees wie hulle is en net so ons talent verder kweek en verder ondersteun.
Ja, en hulle verder 'n platform gee. Ek dink dis die grootste een en ek dink dit is waar baie groot talente of net val. Waar baie talente geblus word is so half in jy kan ontsettend slim wees, jy kan ontsettend goed gedoen het, maar as niemand jou 'n platform gee nie en dit is hoekom ek persoonlik glo daar's geen so ding soos self-made nie. Daar gaan altyd iemand op jou pad wees wat jou 'n geleentheid en 'n platform gegee het.
Absoluut.
Vir my as 16-jarige wat 'n joernalis wou gewees het, was dit NMH en dit was my zone wat my daai platform gegee het. So daar moet iemand wees wat jy die platform gee. So dis goed dat Napso daai platform
vir hulle
ontwikkel en vir hulle help om op daai platform te kom.
Ja, so as julle die volle lys wil sien, kan julle natuurlik op ons sosiale media gaan kyk en julle kan dit ook lees in die Zone blaaie bladsy 2. Dis dan waaroor ons gaan praat op bladsy 2 oor die Kuns en Kultuurfees, die Napso Nictus Kuns en Kultuurfees en die Spaarbil, die cricketfees. So bly ingeskakel, van ons gaan verder gaan kyk. Vir ons gaan nou eintlik iets baie interessants gaan doen. Ons gaan 'n baie interessante gesprek gaan hê met Caillin Basson. Sy is dan nou een van die board of directors van die Namibiese Film Kommisie. So as julle meer wil weet oor hierdie week se filmweek, bly ingeskakel. Ons gaan selfs gou met haar.
To another exciting episode of Irongo Talk. We bring jou latest die weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis heel moontlik kan byt.
So now it's time for the interview, and we're going to do it in English today. And we'll be speaking to Caillin Basson. Caillin, welcome to Blitsfokus.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm very happy to be here.
It's awesome to have you here. Now, you guys
you.
have something really fun planned at the Namibian Film Commission this whole week. Can you just tell us more about it?
Well, I'm quite excited about it. It's an annual event, the Namibian Film Week, that the Film Commission is organizing. Normally the Film Week runs in conjunction, and it's part of the Namibian Film and Theatre Awards.
Yeah.
But we haven't had the Namibian Film and Theatre Awards, I believe, since COVID. But we felt it apt, I think, the last 2 years, that though we're not doing the awards, that we're still going to do the Film Week.
Okay.
So that's still continuing in the absence of the awards. So there's at least still something in one big event where we get to showcase some of the local films that have been produced, highlight some of the cast and crew, and really just enhance that cinematic, or the art of cinematic, within the locals in Namibia. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So when did the Film Week actually start? When did the idea come about?
Well, I mean, like, it's been going as long as the Namibian Film and Theatre Awards have been
Yeah.
going. So it's been a couple of years now, since
Okay.
before my board membership still. The only difference is now the Film and Theatre Awards aren't happening, but the Film Week is continuing. I believe last year we also had a Film Week. Was it a different venue though than it is this year? This year we have 3 venues. It was Namco, I believe, in Katatura, the main campus there. Hotel Turingerhof, as well as the Village Cafe, or the Village Garden Restaurant in Lillienkorn Street. So it's quite nice because we're also screening 16 films, and quite a wide range as well. So it's very exciting. So it's been there for a number of years. It's only now it's happening as a standalone event and not in conjunction with the Film and Theatre Awards.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that it's 16 films and they're all very different from each other.
Yeah.
So we can't really pinpoint what the themes are then, but are there themes that comes up?
Yeah, so there was no specific theme in the selection, you know, like submit, you know, a theme with regards to environment, or submit a theme with regards to, I don't know, COVID.
Yeah.
This was just in terms of a selection, a wide range, but the themes that do come to mind in some of the films that were selected, there was definitely some mental health. There was environmental issues, because there's a documentary or 2 as well. Culture and language. I think those 4 themes are the most prominent ones
overarching
amongst,
almost,
amongst
Okay.
those 16 films.
Awesome stuff. Okay, and can you also just tell us, how did you guys make the selection? How did it come about that certain movies were chosen, or films?
Yeah, we always, you know, always have to tread a bit lightly
Yeah.
when it comes to that. But we made it quite clear cut, which I really liked in terms of what the committee did. So they based it purely on the excellence in terms of the standard and the quality of both of the visuals, the audio, and the narrative.
Okay.
You know, so regardless of who made the film, your previous experience, the theme, the subject matter, if it looked good and it told a good story, you got in, you know. So it was those 16. So there were quite a few, obviously, to choose from, because there's a wide range of film selection that the NSC has supported over the years, but also some really beautiful new ones that have come up, you know, in the last year or 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm very, very excited for. And I mean, also remember, so we just came off which is quite nice, and I think this is why I'm also excited about it. We just finished the Namibian film industry, just got off the back of the launch and the release, the premieres of the Mukuro project, which was those 30 Namibian films and showmassing, you know. And that, for instance, you know, was amazing, because for Namibian filmmakers, you suddenly got access to an audience of millions of people, which we didn't have before. You know, and to sit and watch and showmax and watch your own film, or have this access to millions of people outside of the country, we also need to remind ourselves to instill a film culture with the people within the country.
Okay.
You know, so I think these 2 kind of balance each other out pretty nicely. Yeah. And the fact that there's something consistently happening in the arts, especially the film industry.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know, it's not like there's something happening and then it's bedud, you know, and then something's happening, but there's constantly movement, constantly action, keeping people engaged, audiences engaged, filmmakers occupied, busy, working. So yeah, it's very exciting.
It sounds very exciting.
It is.
So in terms of the filmmakers, so anyone can start their own thing, make sure all the visuals are good, and hopefully stand a chance to make it to the film week or
Yeah, I mean the filming is a selection of films that are already there. So you're not necessarily producing these films for the sole purpose of Film Week. You've done your films.
Yes.
There's a few films that premiered that I know the NOC has sponsored and or funded or partly funded, and then those that are already there in the pool, the selection will be made from that. You know, and it's great because currently there's no specific place that really hosts these films. There's no place where they live, where people can just go on and watch them at any given time, no view on demand. So the Film Week really allows the audiences to see the local products that are being created, but also, you know, for filmmakers to feel good about the products being showcased, you know.
So you mentioned that the mental health film, and actually I know one of the guys, Kapuka Martin. Yeah, so he was one of the students and everything. So it's great to see that you guys are also, because that was his final year project, I think.
Yes.
So so those students also stand a chance to get their film showcased.
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean that also just encourages them, you know. Like sometimes we find it's another reason why I like Film Week. There's not enough engagement between established and experienced filmmakers and the young and upcoming. There's a slight disconnect, you know.
Yeah.
And I think Film Week also really encourages and promotes this interaction, you know, sharing of experiences, knowledge, but also just to encourage, you feel good as a filmmaker. Or as anyone who is able to create something or produce something or do something with your hands or film, to have people admire it and see it and appreciate the art and the work that you put in it. So I think that's one of the biggest things that the Film Week offers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And why should we go? I mean, there's some people that love movies. You mentioned a lot of things,
Yeah.
but now this is now the selling point.
Yeah,
Now you have to
yeah.
tell me, for those that doesn't, I think there's a disconnect between society and our culture with Namibia especially,
Yeah.
because we're just consuming Western media constantly.
Constantly.
And
yeah.
I think that takes us away from our reality sometimes.
Yes, yeah.
So what would you say, this is now the final, why you should come, even if you didn't think of coming?
I mean, it's one, there's only a certain amount of things that one can do also in Windhoek, you know. It's unfortunate that Film Week currently only happens in Windhoek, and I know that the NSC hopes to expand that eventually, to decentralize it. But one, it's a great networking opportunity, you know. Not the first one, but like it's a great networking opportunity for both experienced, upcoming filmmakers, share experiences, expertise and skills, engage. It's something that you can enjoy. It's, you know, you watch it. It's not like you have to pay for it. There's free entrance. There's something very nostalgic and something very beautiful about watching something especially when it's in your own language, you know, or knowing people when you watch the end credits and you're like, oh, I know that person, you know, I know that person, you know. It's all about creating this atmosphere and this environment of arts, but it's also sustainable arts. And the only way we can ensure a sustainable film industry also is if our audiences and our people watch our films as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think one of the other reason is, I've mentioned this, or I touched on it before, is we always speak about FDI, foreign direct investment, you know, in the film, you know, in film industry, in the arts, or any other sector, quite frankly, in Namibia. But we're also trying to encourage local investment in films. You know, because right now with the Film Commission, for instance, you have the funds that we get from MICT, you know, as part of the yearly and annual budget. But I don't think yet corporates quite understand the value of investing in the arts and the film industry as well. But if our people aren't even showing up for our films or for our products, how can we expect that investment from that side as well? I think it's just to show support and really have fun. Some of the films are really, you know, they're fun. They touch on things that we don't normally do. The environmental ones or the documentaries, you know, they inform us. There's some dramas. And what's especially exciting, I've almost forgot to mention this. So the other thing that's happening with the Film Commission is that we're having the FAM tour. So the FAM tour is called the Location Familiarization Tour. It's happening, I think, the first week of October, but kind of in conjunction also with Film Week, where we have invited location managers from the US, Germany, the UK, if I'm not mistaken, to come to Namibia. So normally as commissioners, we'll go to festivals, we will promote Namibia, come film here, why should you come film here? But now we're bringing them here and literally showing them a location. And these are big location managers that do Hollywood standard films. So what's happening at Film Week as well is that we have a location manager, I just forgot his name, from Germany, I think it's Bush is his surname, who will be giving a masterclass on location managing. And Namibia is a location-based film destination. So people come film here because of our deserts, because of our landscapes, because of the, you know. So for that masterclass, it will add so much value to the film industry. And then Gurli Yazama, I'm not sure if you're familiar with her. She was in The White Line, and she was producer of The White Line. And she will be talking on distribution and the success of the White Line distribution. So that's just another way or reason to come, because you can learn from all of their experiences and how they manage to attain success that they have in their films. So yeah.
Oh, definitely. I think we have to go make it sound. Thank you so much, Caillin.
Please do. I encourage everyone to come. Yes. I think the schedule is also on Facebook and on Instagram and on the NSC website for the week, the venues, the times, which day they're going to be at which place, and which films they're going to be screening when.
Absolutely. So Facebook, website, everything is there, but we'll also share it as we go along. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to come here.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you.
So nou is dit tyd om net weer eens die kuns te geniet en om kultuur, of net bietjie weer te besef waaroor die lewe gaan, en dit gaan oor kuns en kultuur. Nou ons gaan kuier by die Napso Nictus Kuns en Kultuurfees, en ons gaan kyk 'n bietjie na die monoloog, die gedigte wat voorgelees was, en ons gesels 'n bietjie met van die kuns en kultuurleerlinge of van die deelnemers aan die Napso Nictus Kuns en Kultuurfees. So bly ingeskakel, ons gaan kuier gehou.
My byteltjie, ek tik hom en hy klink. Toe slyp ek en ek slyp hom totdat hy klink en blink. Ek sit 'n klip hier op 'n rots. Mens moet jou vergewis. 'n Bytel moet kan klipbreek as hy 'n bytel is. Ek slaat hom met my byteltjie en die was sterk genoeg. Daar spring die klippies stukkend, so skoon soos langs 'n voeg. Toe, onder my 10 vingers, bars die grysrots middeldeur. En langs my voete voel ek die sagte aarde skeen. Die donker naad loop deur my land en kloof hom wortel toe. So moet 'n bytel slaan wat bytel is, of hoe? Dan, met 2 goue afronde val die planeet aan 2. En oor die kraanse, kook, verdwyn die vlakgroen see. En op die dag sien ek die nag daar ander kant gaan oop, met 'n bars wat van my bytel af dwars uit die sterre loop.
Hallo, my naam is Anja Kiet. Ek is 11 jaar oud en ek het saam met my vriend 'n monoloog gepraat, of 'n tweespraak gepraat. Ek was Pippi Lankhous en hy was Trompie Toerien, en ons het geveg oor wie is soos die beter karakters.
Sê tog net jy kan dit nie doen. Wat kan jy doen? Ek en my maats kan loshande met ons fietsse by 'n skynste afjaag. Fiets? Wie ry nog fiets as jy kan perd ry? Okay dan. Maar ek weet jou, ek kan beter skiet as jy. Skiet? Ek is skiet se koningin. Natuurlik kan ek goed skiet. Ek weet jou, ek skiet beter as jy. Meisie staan dan net 'n popsprogram. Ek het nog nooit gehoor 'n meisie wat kan skiet nie. Natuurlik kan ek beter skiet as jy. Ek is goed in alles wat ek doen.
Salomo, 'n bil onder die bil. Hy het meisies lief gehad. Ja, honderde van. Maanskyn, rose en geluk. En elke week 'n huwelik. Elke week konfetti vir Salomo en Betty. Vir Rit en vir Sephora, vir Miriam en Letty. Elke week 'n huwelik. Elke week resepsie. Elke week 'n opskopdans met gemmerbier en Pepsi. Tot sy grysse vader sê: "Nee, nou neem ek eksepsie. My naam is Koning Dawid. Ek sing so graag tenor. By Salomo se troues kan heel my wysies hoor. Ek sing ook al wat lied is, maar het nou laryngitis. Van elke week se Mendelssohn, van Wagner en sy Loggerin. Hier tokkel ek my hart se snaar, my Israelitiese gitaar, week na week. O smart en nood, Solly seun, jy trou jou dood. Toe, 9 maande later, ek dink dit was in Maart, kern koning Dawid in sy koninklike baard. Ja, weg is al die maanskyn, die rose en die pret. Nou dat jy ontdek, dat jy 1000 skoonmaas het. Elke week 'n baby, elke uur 'n neppie, krampe, kroep en wende. Solly, is jy happy? Salomo, o Salomo, 'n bil onder die bille. Hy het vrouens lief gehad, ja, honderde van hulle. Salomo, o Salomo, word toe grys en wys. Sy huis was geen pand op varkop, maar wel 'n blink paleis.
Vriende, deur Malcolm Caillin. Vriende is soos 'n skoen. Hoe jy pas, word bepaal deur wat jy alles kan deel en doen. 'n te groot skoen is soos bagasie, te swaar. En na 'n tydjie se dra, laat jy hom maar liewer net daar. Hy skuif rond aan jou voet soos klompe van die jare toe. Hy krap jou hier en skaaf jou daar en kry geen vorm, so waar. Dit sit soms eers perfek, maar na 'n tydjie se dra en rek, sien jy gou 'n probleem wat aan jou kou. 'n te klein skoen druk jou onverwags en laat dit jou dink snags. Waarom dan hierdie skoen en wat het dit aan my voet kom doen? Hoe het ek dit bekom? Dit bly dan soos 'n beer aan die grond. Sou ek hom iets vra of hom ook my las te help dra? Om politoer te verdien, moet die skoen mooi pas. Anders laat mens dit maar liewer in die kas. Moeite kom nie net van een kant, maar ook van die ander kant. 'n Skoen wat perfek pas, is nooit vir jou las. Dit het balans perfek en hou jou nooit vir die gek. Dit hou jou voet warm en droog en daarvoor versorg jy dit en berg dit hoog. Jy koop goeie politoer en hou jou verbinding lang gesnoer. Want waar gaan jy weer 'n skoen kry wat so goed pas deur lekker en swaar kry? Jy berg dit veilig in jou kas en neem dit oral saam in jou reistas.
So ek wil net afsluit om te sê ek hoop ek sien julle by die Namibiese Film Kommisie se filmweek en julle moet dit nie misloop nie, want dit gaan jou ook net 'n bietjie meer die kans gee om die Namibiese kultuur en die kuns te waardeer wat Namibië oplewer en wat ons dan nog geproduseer het. So ek hoop ek sien julle daar natuurlik en julle moet ook verder hier op NTV ingeskakel bly op Facebook, al die Namibiese Media Holdings se Facebook blye volg, al ons shows kyk en net 'n bietjie, jy weet, van Namibiese Media Holdings, dit is ons eie content en dit is alles wat ons self produseer. So as julle ingeskakel wil bly en net in tune wil wees met wat in die land aangaan, moet julle hier op NTV en op Facebook en in my se Facebook blye ingeskakel bly. Ek is Jeanette Diergaard. Dit is natuurlik my laaste keer hier op Blitsfokus en julle moet nie te hartseer wees nie, want ek is nie te hartseer nie. Daar's natuurlik meer en beter geleenthede vir ons almal daar buite en is net 'n stap in die regte rigting vir ons almal. So baie dankie dat julle altyd hier saam met my gekuier het en dat julle saam met my Blitsfokus geniet het en ek hoop om julle weer te sien in die lewe en on the flip side of things of course. So dit is dit van my Jeanette Diergaard en van die Blitsfokus span. Tot ziens en bly nuuskierig.